would your top 3 places be that you would like to go back to? Whether it's a country, city, a bar.
Yeah, Harry Potter bar. No, I think the top 3 places that I would like to go back to would be... I went to... No, the top 3 places that I'd like to go to is Australia.
Or go back to?
Go back to.
Okay, you went to... I didn't know you'd been to Australia.
I went for work.
Okay. Did you go to Sydney, or where did you go?
I went to Sydney, and we went to Brisbane, and then we flew back to Sydney. So I literally left London on Monday night, arrived in Sydney on Wednesday morning, went to work, flew Thursday morning to Brisbane, spent the day in Brisbane, flew back to Sydney on Friday for meetings, and flew out of Sydney on Saturday.
Crazy.
Yeah, so I'd actually like to go back to Australia for longer than 3 days and 2 cities. So that would be one I'd like to go to, because it's a big country, lots to see.
Absolutely.
So that would be one. One country. I would like to go back to... I'd like to go back to Ghana.
I've never been to Ghana.
Yeah, I've been to Ghana. I'd like to go back to Ghana.
Did you do a safari there? Or?
No, I didn't do anything like that. I've been for work.
Oh, okay.
I went for work. So I'd like to go to Ghana and actually explore the country and visit it, not just be in Accra.
Right.
For work. So that would be a nice place to go. So Africa. And then the third place I'd like to go back to would be... I went on a golfing trip to Malaysia a few years ago, and that was excellent. The people were so nice. The courses were beautiful. The scenery was fantastic. And the weather was great, and I'd like to go back and do that again. So
fair enough. That's doable, right?
All of them. All of it. And for you, 3 places for you?
So picking up on your Malaysia, I would definitely love to go back to Borneo. I've already been there like twice, but to me it's the most fascinating. I mean, it's not a country; it's an island. It's got. I mean, I a lot of my holidays before Tony were about following random like primates around the world. So I went to Borneo in order to see the orangutans. And
I'm glad you said that before Tony. It was kind of like you were building yourself up for me.
No, that's not what it means.
No, I've got my own personal gorilla.
Oh, no, that is not what I said. I just meant that we haven't done any wildlife tours, right?
No.
So that's something that we should do, actually. I'd love to. I mean, I love doing wildlife tours, but I don't know if it's...
Because I love creatures.
Yeah,
so much.
I'm not...
No, I would.
I'm really not sure if it's your thing.
It is. I would do it.
But Borneo I loved because it's... so first of all, it's one of these places where you go to and it still feels very remote, right? So I got on, I think, like 2 planes from Kuala Lumpur and then another like 3-hour drive into the rainforests. As I said, I saw the orangutans like in the wild there. And also there's lots of these riverways. So you really, I don't know, you just really feel like you're cut off from the world. And it's beautiful. And as you said, the Malaysian people are very nice, and the landscapes. So that's one. And then I guess similarly, again, because of the wildlife, is Madagascar. So Madagascar is about the length of Kenya, actually. So people don't realize how massive Madagascar is. And so when I went there, you could only... I only did kind of like the southwest of it. But again, I loved it. Forests, lemurs. And also there's the landscape changes from one part to another. It's like there's 7 countries, within the island. Plus they had good rum. Like every new town that we turned up at had a specialized like infused rum. So I'd love to go back to that. And then what did I say? I said Borneo, Madagascar, and then probably Machu Picchu, actually, Peru, because when I went, why are you looking like that?
You got the train, didn't you? Or did you get...
Well, that's what I'm about to say, yeah. So when I went, I did the day hike to it. And then the next day I went back via the train. Now that I'm slightly more fitter, although I know it doesn't look like that, I would like to do like you did. I would like to do the full like 4-day hike and camping because it's one of the most amazing things to see in the world.
Having seen you struggle on Lion Rock.
All right. don't bash my dreams.
No, I would never bash anybody's dreams. I would always say, if you want to do it, go and do it. But my daughter cursed me out fully for not having got fit enough to go and do it.
Cursed you or cursed herself?
Cursed me.
Okay.
She was fit. She had to hold herself back to look after Daddy because there was parts on there where I thought I was really struggling. Well, no, I didn't think I was struggling. I really was struggling.
I mean, I needed the day trip, and I was at the back of the group, and my group had someone who had a hip replacement in it. So, I mean,
it's the hardest thing I've ever done in my whole life. I've done 4 marathons, and I would do 4 marathons again. That hike to Machu Picchu, I would train for that. It was hard. It was very, very, very hard. And it was quite interesting because we did it from the 29th of December to the 1st.
Oh, so you spent New Year's Eve there?
We spent
New Year and New Year there.
Yeah, we spent New Year up the mountain, and it was really funny because before we set off, the guide had said to us, you know, I hope you guys are all okay. And he said because normally we have about 5 people a year die on the hike, and we said, and how many have you had? And he said 4.
Oh my Lord!
So that kind of made you focus. Yeah. So yeah, we were. It was no, but anyway, I would still say if you want to come and have a go and if you think you're hard enough, then that's the one to test you out.